Someone once said that respect is more important than popularity. RDJ and MCU Tony Stark are popular. The actor was born to play the role. However, MCU Tony Stark sacrificed his life in 2019's Endgame. MCU Stark is practically a saint. Marvel Comics Tony Stark, not so much. Did you know that there has not been an ongoing Iron Man solo comic since July 2025? Not including the 90s, a bad time for Marvel, Iron Man comics have not been great or progressive since the 1980s or the mid-2000s. Today, Marvel Comics mirror and find inspiration in the MCU instead of trailblazing new stories. Not breaking news, I get it. My point is that Marvel Comics Tony Stark has been wallowing in recycled stories since the advent of MCU Stark. Is that good or bad? You decide. This is not a criticism of RDJ. He could portray every Avenger in a film and y'all will approve. This is a withering criticism of how Marvel Comics have dropped the ball on making progressive Iron Man comics. Comic book Tony Stark gets no respect. It's not right. What's good? It's your boy Ace from pfadvice.com. Like, share, subscribe, get notified, hit the bell, leave a comment. You know you want to. Before we get started, I want to talk a bit about a friend of the channel, Comic Book Corner 2.0 with Mike Spider Slayer. That's his government name, I double checked. Mike is a comic book expert with a historian-level expertise of comic books and comic book culture. What I really respect about Comic Book Corner 2.0 is how much the channel educates new and casual readers while also staying true to old-school collectors. Mike reviews new comics, old comics, blind grab bags, comic book covers, and much more. Mike knows comics and he wants you to know comics. Go check out Comic Book Corner 2.0 and tell him Ace sent ya. RDJ Stark was so iconic, the role won't be recast until after 2030. Meanwhile, people like me who have been reading about Tony Stark since the 1980s did not have an Iron Man solo comic for half of 2025. There is no respect for comic book Tony Stark. Maybe he never had any. Long ago, this was a progressive comic book character. Now he is semi-interesting and spinning his arc reactors through the paces of recycled ideas. Tony Stark was a product of the Cold War 1960s. His creation was inspired by industrialist Howard Hughes. Demon in a Bottle is the landmark 1979 Bronze Age storyline where alcoholic Tony Stark was against the government and foes who thought he was not responsible enough to own his own tech. An immature, drunken playboy with weapons of mass destruction in 1979, this was forward thinking back then. The dangers of Stark tech was made more apparent in Iron Man number 215 and number 216 in 1986. Rhodey's armor malfunctioned in space and caught fire. Stark had to guide him down for low Earth orbit with Rhodey burning alive in his armor. The idea of Stark innovating and building new armors began in the 1980s. The armor could fit inside a suitcase way back in Tales of Suspense number 40 in 1963. The suitcase was the armor in the films. In the 2006 comic Extremis, Stark became post-human. The bleeding edge armor could shrink and store itself in Stark's bone marrow. I think that was the last time Iron Man comics were particularly interesting. Visit pfadvice.com. pfadvice.com is a personal finance and comic book entertainment site. I write weekly columns there. We cover comic book reviews, comic book entertainment and news, collectibles, personal finance advice, and more. pfadvice.com is owned by District Media. I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. One more thing, by my metrics, a lot of you are watching but not subscribed. Like and subscribe, and maybe I won't knock on your door and do this to your cat. In recent years, Tony Stark died and became a Jarvis-like AI for Ironheart. He became broke and drunk again, recycling demon in a bottle for the 21st century. It's just not feasible for Stark to be broken anyway, not with his intelligence, tech, global connections, but whatever. Stark and Emma Frost got married temporarily. That was a thing. He got a Chinese arch nemesis, Fei Long, who took over his company and created Stark Sentinels. The latest title, Insurgent Iron Man, ended after 10 issues in July 2025. A new Iron Man title with the Mark 75 armor, written by Joshua Williamson, will debut in 2026. January 2026. I wish you luck. Williamson was great on The Flash at DC. Madam Mask will be the big bad. I want to be excited, but look at this and tell me, have we not seen these tropes before? Comic book Tony Stark has never been popular, and he's never had much respect. Not compared to MCU Stark. I hope it happens soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.